and welcome. This is Social Report on Osrc television. I am Oyumi Ayinibara. Ondo State's Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has reiterated the determination of his administration to improve power supply to the people of the state. The governor spoke during an inspection visit to the 30 megawatt plant at Osrc in Odigbo local government area of the state. The consultant of the project, solely funded by the state government, Mr. Ayodele Kumakwayi, conducted the governor around the facilities, giving update on the level of work since it was built in 2012. The power plant is expected to serve part of the Southern Senatorial District and Industrial Park at Osrc. Governor Aiyedatiwa directed that a comprehensive review of the project be conducted so that work can resume on the plant. Members of Osrc women initiatives have continued with their engagement with women across the state on the various women-friendly policies of the present administration. This time, the team was in Ondo East and Ileoluji local government areas of the state. Convener of the initiative, who is also Special Advisor to Governor of Women Affairs, Osrc, reiterated the commitment of the government towards making life more bearable for women. Omoriola Onbiji has details.
Women from Ileoluji local government area received the entourage with enthusiasm. Odatiwa Women has toured 10 local government areas since inception to enlighten women on various benefits in the administration of Governor Aiyedatiwa.
I want to appreciate them for coming to Ileoluji to mobilize people to vote for Aiyedatiwa November this year.
Every day is the first time they will bring time and simple. Only simple. Tama job mechanic. Tama mechanic they will bring. Láti fún wọn ní yóò fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la. Nínú ẹ̀mí o, ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí lọ́kì kó túbọ̀ máa ṣe sí fún wa.
The trail also paid a visit to the palace of Jegun of Ileoluji, Oba Julius Adetimehin, who commended leadership style of the governor.
Ileoluji a ti dìde gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú láti lọ kí gómìnà wa láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ wípé àwọn la dúró tì. We have been there on solidarity visitation. And we have pledged to do our best to make sure he becomes the executive governor.
At Bola-Nduro, the women testified to the inclusive governance of the present administration.
We are happy because the governor is a listening governor and is very friendly and is very accommodating, free for everybody, and that is why we have been here since 7 a.m.
Because we are very happy that Aiyedatiwa is coming to Ondo and he will be our governor in Jesus' name.
After today, when they go back to their wards, to their units, to the markets, they are going to announce Odatiwa Women Initiatives more than ever before, and we can get more people prepared to vote our governor in come November by the grace of God.
Convener of the initiatives, Osrc, commended the turnout, saying, Governor Aiyedatiwa is always clamoring for women emancipation, hence the need to key into the opportunities being created and enjoy dividends of democracy. She wants them to make themselves relevant to the government and ensure his victory at the November governorship election.
It is the time for our women to prosper in the state, and we are happy that we have a governor who listens. We are happy that we have a governor who is willing to help us as women. We have a governor that is willing to ensure that our women are emancipated, all restrictions, all stereotypes, all barriers are removed, and we are grateful to him.
The visits to other local governments continues as she promised to take government message to the doorsteps of all the women across the 18 local government areas of Ondo State, irrespective of location. Omoriola Onbiji, OSRC News.
In the meantime, no fewer than 1,000 petty traders in the state have received a recapitalization grant of 50,000 naira each from the Renewed Hope Initiative Economic Empowerment Program. The move is part of the present administration's continued commitment to drive economic growth towards better life for Nigerian families. The State's Commissioner for Women Affairs, Mrs. Omolola Afagbimi, presented the grant on behalf of the wife of the President, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. Our correspondent, Kunyario, reports.
The initiative being championed by the wife of the president, Oluremi Tinubu, is aimed at improving the living standard of vulnerable Nigerians, particularly women, including persons with disabilities. While flagging up the distribution of the cash in Akure, Mrs. Tinubu said that the Renewed Hope Initiative is all about making every woman in Nigeria self-reliant. She noted that this is being done by providing the beneficiaries with the wherewithal and conducive environment to be economically productive and employers of labor. The wife of the president, who was represented by the State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Mrs. Omolola Afagbimi, said the empowerment program is part of government's continued commitment to driving economic growth towards better life for families.
Economic empowerment remains the core objective of the Renewed Hope Initiative, and we have consistently delivered on this promise for both women and youth across the 6 geopolitical zones to support the economic reforms of the administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR.
We recognize that empowering women economically is not just a moral imperative, but a strategic one. When women thrive, their families thrive, and by extensions, our communities and nation prosper.
The State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Mrs. Omolola Afagbimi, said the lofty gesture would go a long way to enhance the much desired women empowerment with a view to making them self-reliant. Represented by the Senior Special Assistant to Governor on Women Affairs, Mrs. Sarah Kebi Ozakumo, the Commissioner enjoined beneficiaries to make judicious use of the grant to enable them contribute to the economic and well-being of their families. Beneficiaries thanked government for the gesture and assured of their continued support towards a better Nigeria.
Program is about to enlighten and educating our women, that women should not take training, education for granted.
She's the mother of the nation, and we want to thank her for her support.
Over 1.8 billion naira are expected to be disbursed to 36,000 women petty traders across Nigeria. Kunle Ariyo, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, the Ondo State government has called on women to collaborate with the present administration in ensuring the security of lives and property for all citizens. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa made this appeal when addressing Muslim women gathered in Ondo State for the 39th National Conference of the Association in Akure State Capital. He emphasized the crucial role women play in community safety and urged them to engage actively in security initiatives. Osrc reporter Zimo Ebiemi provides further details in the reports presented from our studios.
The 39th National Conference of the Federation of Muslim Women's Association in Nigeria, Form 1, aimed to address insecurities and challenges facing women and children in society. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, represented by his Special Advisor on Special Duties and Strategies, Gani Muhammad, commended the Muslim women for organizing the timely conference. He highlighted the critical role women play as both mothers of leaders and potential influencers in society.
Your vision agree entirely with the vision of Mr. Governor and the mission of Osrc, particularly about education. Education is our largest export industry, and this is one of your key projects, and we will continue to support it as a government.
The National Amira of the association, Alhaja Rafiat Sani, called on women to collaborate in creating an enabling environment for women's empowerment.
The Kabiyesi of Okitipupa said now that the Christians and the Muslims do their things. They collaborate with one another, and that is why they live peacefully there. This is the kind of thing we want to go back home with. At least for all this, our Kabiyesi have said, our people will learn a lot from it and go back home to discuss.
She noted that the conference would provide a platform for Muslim women to strategize for their development and that of Nigerian society. Guest speaker Professor Yisa Yusuf and chairman on the occasion, Alhaji Razak Oladejo, praised the initiative for bringing attention to the vital issues of women and insecurity.
My general advice to women, first and foremost, is to make the education of their children top priority in everything they do. Train their children very well, because these children are the future of tomorrow for all of us.
We need women to be optimally educated. We need a very, very high level of education, both Islamic and Western, to be able to get the information that will equip them to know how both at the religious and at the secular level they can take measures to counteract violence.
A Muslim cleric, Jamiu Ekungba, described the conference's theme as timely, urging women to prioritize the security of lives and property in their communities.
If the house is good, the community will be good. It is the house that Nigeria had problem. That caused all this problem.
The event concluded with prayers for women, Ondo State, and the nation as a whole.
The Deji of Akure Kingdom, Oba Ogunlade Aladelusi, has announced the closure of all markets and shops in Akure tomorrow. The closure is an integral part of the requirement in observing the age-long tradition of the annual Ayurigbe festival. According to the statement, there shall be no opening of markets, trading or opening of shops under any guise during the festival to comply with the directive. However, in view of the importance attached to the health sector, only pharmacy shops are exempted from closure during the festival. It adds that the festival will not in any way restrict both human and vehicular movement. And the Olori-Odo of Isikon Land in Akure West Local Council Development Authorities, Comrade Sam, felicitated the people of Akure over the 2024 Ayiribi Festival. Fajana, who is the official youth leader of Isiko Kingdom, who spoke with journalists at Ajepamidele in Isiko, however, said the festival does not extend to Isiko Kingdom. It therefore urged traders to visit markets and shops in Isiko for transactions, as all markets will be open for business. Falano emphasized that the two communities observe different traditional festivals. Green Development and Agro-Allied Services Limited, a prominent agribusiness company, has hosted an agricultural program aimed at educating farmers on the critical importance of maintaining accurate farm records to boost productivity. According to the CEO of the company, Kayode Ogundayomi, such education will lead to better resource management, improved decision-making, and increased efficiency in farming practices. Osrc's Tosin Adebowale has the detail.
Green Development and Agro-Allied Services Limited, a company committed to transforming agriculture, has trained stakeholders in the agri sector on record keeping as a tool for driving productivity and access to finance in smallholder farming. Participants at the event included representatives from agricultural cooperatives, All Farmer Association of Nigeria, agricultural experts, and local farmers across Ondo State. The CEO of Green Development and Agro-Allied Services, Kayode Ogundayomi, in his speech, emphasized the company's dedication to empower smallholder farmers. He also echoed the company's intention of equipping farmers with the knowledge they need to thrive.
One thing that is very key to any business is your record, because that is what will enhance your scalability. How do you scale up when you do not have a record? How do you fall back to areas you have made mistakes? How do you correct? In the professional world, there is what they call continuous process improvement. And then continuous process improvement entails that you go back to your initial process or processes, identify areas where you had problems. Now identify things you did to solve those problems.
Also speaking at the event, the CEO of Obadi Farms in Ijare, Mr. Toby Obadaye, emphasized the proper record keeping can transform smallholders farming as it helps in identifying inefficiencies and making well-informed decisions that increase productivity.
Personally, I keep a daily record of each input that is sprayed in the morning, in the evening, either it is drained or applied to the foliar, to the leaf. The records of each of the inputs I buy, the quantity I bought, the amount I got them, the date I got them, when it was applied, the quantity remaining, every record of that, each detail goes into it. And this helps us be able to talk about our general expenditure for the year and also expenditure and also income for the year.
The program featured practical demonstrations on how to use simple record-keeping templates tailored to the needs of farmers. Many of the farmers in attendance commended the organizers of the program, describing it as an eye-opener.
When I started farm, I was doing it the way I know. But when I came here for lecture, I'm getting some knowledge that is different than the one that I'm using before.
If you want to meet an investor that you invest on, they will have to see the record before putting their money or their energy in anything. They will know maybe you are
Tosin Adibowale, OSRC News.
Following the recent outcry by residents of Igbatoro and Ala Ilefoshan over the filthiness of the dump sites in the area, the state government has started the clearing and evacuation of debris at the dump site. Clearing of debris on the medians along the major roads in the state capital is also being prioritized. OSRC seeks to know the level of awareness by residents on the need to maintain public hygiene. The reports.
Residents of Akure, the state capital, had raised concerns over the nature of public places, especially medians on major roads, in a report by OSRC on the situation of the environment. This led to an intervention as government gave marching orders to relevant authorities to effect a change. This is the situation at Igbatoro Road dump site, which necessitated its temporary closure some months ago, while another dump site was made available at Akmomu. Residents commended the response of the state government.
Before now, it has been horrible. Because even the dump site has reduced the traffic, the road here to a single lane in most cases. It will be extended to the middle of the road. But we thank God since they have taken the move now to move it to another site.
And maybe for environment as a whole, a new lease of life, like sometimes last year and maybe thereabouts, before this development, this place has always been an eyesore.
This place has been uncomfortable to human habitations. A lot of messes has been coming all around.
They also called for more stringent actions to effect desired results.
Can convert it to an estate, probably move this dump site to, a better place where there will be, recycling plants.
Would continue to justify the confidence reposed in it by making the environment more people-friendly.
It was closed down with the intention of remediation. Remediation simply means putting the place back, restoring the place, addressing the dangers that the site.
Tini implored members of the public to make their environment clean and also prioritize healthy lifestyle.
Migrating to the pioneer site we have at Akumo Ondo Road. That is where we use now. We are helping van operators and residents around the Battle from the recently cleared area of that landfill is planted with green grass, and also trying to reclaim the other side of it to ensure that we restore normalcy in that area. So that is what we have done, and with the help of Mr. Governor, we'll be able to achieve what we can see there now.
The commissioner called for collaboration of residents, including community
Academic Staff Union of Secondary Schools in Ondo State says it is committed to work with the state government to deliver qualitative education. Chairman of the association, Tajuddin Balogun, inaugurated the phase 1 of the union building project in Akure, the state capital. Omorionla Umbiji has more.
Foundation of this structure, owned by Academic Staff Union of Secondary Schools in Ondo State. Only 4 plots of land in Imafo, a suburb of Akure, was laid about 9 years ago by a former chairman, Dayo Adebiyi.
I thank God, by the time I got to this place and I saw this edifice, I was extremely overjoyed that after all, we started modestly, and that all the people that came behind me, that they are still keeping the flame burning. I'm happy.
Though Balogun said the project was made a reality following existing cordial relationship among members and the leadership.
In the next 1-2 months, we should be able to complete the upper level of it, and the other side that completes the administrative section. We'll be left now with the mega hall, because now we have roofed the mini hall, and we'll continue to also make it habitable so that people want to have 1 or 2 ceremonies to do among teachers, among neighbors in the estate where we are located, and even from general public who feel that this place is not too far, they can always come and enjoy the services we provide for them.
While appreciating the present administration in the state, led by Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, for transformation being witnessed in the education sector, which include teachers' recruitment and payment of gratuities, Balogun promised to work with all relevant stakeholders to deliver qualitative education in the state.
We now want to lay the developments here regime had approved, and they have done an interview for the employment of another 1,000 set of teachers that is coming into the system. The approval for those who want to elongate their service to still stay is also an achievement. Payment of WAEC fee for our students is also an achievement. So all around, in totality, this government is doing well, and we have no reason not to be behind them.
Chairman, Trade Union Congress in the state, Clement Fatuashi, encouraged the teachers to leverage on the friendly platform of the present administration towards developing the sector.
In other states, in private schools, are getting the best NECO students, WAEC students, NATEP students, JAM students. All those state teachers should replicate this gesture by giving us the best. Thank you.
Intensify efforts to ensure that the welfare of teachers is
has even approved a lot of money for the renovation of all our dilapidated schools. So where teachers are complaining they don't have classrooms, they don't have staff rooms, and then we come to that very soon.
This building is expected to serve as a hub for educational development, a place Osrc News.
A good deed is never lost, and USO's concept reads friendship. This is the story of Shola Oluwatuyi, who planted kindness many years back and now harvesting love as a group of staff and former staff of the Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation under the tag ODRC Lovers organized a surprise birthday celebration to honor the icon.
About 3 decades ago, he planted seeds while playing critical roles in the mass employment of workers into the services of the then Ondo State Radio Corporation at Obaile in Akure North local government area. The seeds, many years later, have blossomed into established and flourishing high-ranking officers in the services of Ondo State government. To appreciate and honor their benefactor, ODRC Lovers, a combination of former and current staff of the then ODRC, now Ondo State Radiovision Corporation OSRC, are gathered here to celebrate a former general manager of the corporation, Mr. Shola Oluwatuyi, a man who they described as a great leader, father and mentor. It was the occasion of his 75th birthday. Great reunion for the staff and a platform to catch up on fond memories. In his exhortation titled The Throne of Grace, Pastor Tokpe Ayeleso encouraged the people to be grateful to God who elevates.
I want to tell you, ẹ̀yin ni màá kàn bá sọ̀rọ̀. Tí ẹ bá lè tẹ̀lé ọ̀nà tiwọn, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ tayọ.
A member of top management of the Ondo State Radiovision Corporation, flanked by the organizers who worked closely with Shola Oluwatuyi, testified to the celebrants' good qualities. According to them, it brings great joy acknowledging the good work of their leaders while they still live.
I need to thank the organizers for showing gratitude to a man who they never knew. So I am highly elated, highly grateful to be part of this celebration.
When he employed us, he gave us the wherewithal to work with. He treated us more of a father than a boss.
I came into service through his benevolence, and ever since we have been remained very close. Oga is a wonderful human being, nice, humble, and very committed.
I worked with him with one of his management, and he was a good leader, very nice man, a mentor and a father.
The celebrant and his wife could not hide their joy as they were full of appreciation to the organizers of the event.
I left service 24 years ago. I've not seen so many of them. So it was a great It was a great surprise.
I'm happy to see them to celebrate that day. I wish that God will celebrate them in Jesus' name.
Shola Oluwatuyi joined the Ondo State Civil Service as a Commercial Officer 1 in January 2, 1977 in the then Ondo State Broadcasting Corporation. He rose through the ranks and retired from active service in year 2000 as a General Manager of the corporation. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
With that report, we've come to the end of social reports on Osrc television this afternoon. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.